If you press a leaf between dry sheets of paper, you can make an attractive and handy bookmark. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process. If you press a leaf between dry sheets of paper, you can make an attractive and handy bookmark. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process. Keep up.
No, my...
Nowhere to run!
The doctor will see you now.
Nowhere to run!
Rain outlines your fate.
I hear everything. One with the forest.
Judgment is upon you.
Bitter pill to swallow. Tough.
Nowhere to run!
No, my sword!
Keep up.
Surrender!
And shroud.
Futile!
Keep up.
Surrender!
I'll uproot you! Sir, keep up.
Nowhere to run! Through me, justice is served!
I love seeing everything covered in a fresh blanket of snow. There's a perfect stillness to it that's not lifeless, but calm and peaceful.
Here comes trouble.
Let me weave you a verse.
Seems like an emergency. Mind the side effects.
Can't see?
Surrender! Surrender!
Let's end this quickly.
Nowhere to run!
I hear everything.
Judgment is upon you. You stand condemned! Guilty! You stand condemned!
End this quickly.
Surrender!
Just sharpen my spear.
Futile!
A bitter pill to...
Nowhere to run! Surrender!
Stay right there.
Boba, get them!
Nowhere to run!
And Shroud!
Let's end this quickly.
Nowhere to run!
This isn't clear. Crisp.
Eat this!
Frost.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Let's nip that in the bud. One with the Force.
Freshness.
Through me, justice is served. Your penance is due! Guilty! You stand condemned! Your penance is due!
Taking a turn for the better.
Can't see?
Disgusting.
For justice.
The sunshine will eventually illuminate every hidden corner.
Mind the side effect.
Surrender!
Our perseverance has paid off.
Nowhere to run! You die!
I hear everything.
Nowhere to run!
Witness the power of Gugwa.
And Shroud.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Judgment is upon you. You stand condemned!
I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor. Luck can swing the results of a single game, but it's bound to run out sooner or later.
Try your luck betting on Jade?
Add Ast. Thank you for Add Ast.
Iron. I save this money?
Cheap and tasty chop suey!
Try something new at the Wanmin restaurant.
Good deeds.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Let's try finding... Huh? Wait. is huge! I knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Nowhere to run!
I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor.
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Nowhere to run! Surrender!
Let's nip that in the bud. One with the forest.
Through me, justice is served. Guilty! Your penance is due! You stand condemned! Futile!
No, my sword!
I hear everything.
Mind the side effect.
Judgment is upon you! Guilty!
into that is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Strange place. Plotting. Bow before the abyss.
Let me read you a verse. Huh?
I'll uproot you!
Nowhere to run! Surrender! Nowhere to run! Well played. Futile!
A bitter pill to...
Nowhere to run!
Body and... No, my sword!
Seems like an emergency.
Through me, justice is served! Your penance is due! You stand condemned!
I hear everything. Can't see?
Seductive scene.
Futile!
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence, the bonds of love and family which drive you to but don't you fret now.
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing. Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you okay? Anyways, we can talk about this later. Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have...
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me.
Well, actually, we didn't break... We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this...
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious...
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar... You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they...
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature...
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was... And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because it wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly...
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected... Yes, no doubt about that. By the way... Sorry about that.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like... Alright, we're up, Traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup.
Sounds good. Are you already finished cooking?
At the ready. All done! Let's use the empty box. Oh, it smells amazing! And the box is a nice touch, too! Let's go serve this up!
Time for a house call.
Are you already finished cooking? Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And you should know that some researchers spent their entire lives.
So why does this incense allow people?
The ingredients used to make spirit-born ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap naturally. Anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of the...
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experienced a sensory taking in any sense similar to the ingredients of spirit. Not to worry though. It appears you've all... Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of spirit-born ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life.
Whoa, you really...
As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is... Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing... If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru, sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm.
Whoa. So knowledge from Irminsul could be super dangerous. Don't you ever...
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself. And they...
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of...
Well, it's strange because nearly...
Huh.
Yes, well, to an extent. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, the fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord... I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the Academia, and went on to be... But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I... Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. But I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So, do you have any thoughts about the thing?
Sorry, I'm a... World... If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. If you two are ever in the area again, there's no need to be thanking me.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright, and had the chance to ask her some questions,
Heading out, I see? If there's anything else you'd ever like to ask about, you take care.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that as Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is—
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Wriothesley have any—
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now
I see. Well, I figured that given his temper, he would come here and—
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort.
And what exactly does my master need of me?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City that—
And, how long will I be required?
There's no definite—
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a—
Tainari, but you—
so be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was—
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibility. But all that can wait. How did things—
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's sick.
Very good. Now that the Traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any—
That's right! We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for—
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any advice.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try—
Let me think. My trips— Oh, how about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Immorta Darshan and is adept at gathering Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure—
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! That's right! Tainari, we have something important—
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's go!
Farewell, and good luck to you both.
I've been waiting for you two. Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed—
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a and, I'm sorry. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing—
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but—
Thank you. That means a lot.
Oh? What is—
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those—
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here. Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again. The Rangers will always be ready to assist you here. I hope you have a safe trip to Sumeru City and get to meet I'm much better now. Even though I'm not quite ready to help Master clear the withering zones yet. Oh, And Traveler? If you ever see Amber again during your travels, Amber knows about my case of Elazar and what's happened in my past. I guess I just don't want her to worry about me. If the need arises...
Alright, we understand,
I hope you have a safe trip to Sumeru City and get to meet the Dendro Archon there. See you later! Be sure to come back often!
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created... As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was...
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of... Here are your Akasha terminals. Please.
It kinda looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase.
Oh! Since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to... May the mighty God bless us! Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing! It seems all we need to do is concentrate...
Exactly. That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in... 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're... Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? You too. Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. Huh. Could it be because we're outlanders and we've only just arrived in Sumeru? Well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find any... He's from Sumeru and even has a position in... Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from... Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me.
Great! You see, Tainari said...
What? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work.
Here, this is a letter.
Oh, let me see. Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for...
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? Sorry.
What? You too? But...
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the sanctuary.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be...
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a wreck.
Aw, but...
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see... In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the... Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But I know...
Okay.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like... Hey, come on! This is a...
Oh, Paimon's expectations were pretty low. So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk... Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine! The adventurers...
Make it as a small business.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Hello, traveler.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to...
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information.
Aww, another dead end.
Please do not worry. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of They take on various contracts and work all across. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only...
Corps of 30?
Supposedly. They are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at Asphalt. An advisor with the Corps of 30 maintains good relations with the adventurer. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar. You're welcome. I wish you to...
All right, off to the Citadel of Rexar we go!
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asphalt. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites network is
Wait, seriously?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own tools. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me...
Oh? What?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the... Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with greater... Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance. And the...
Really? Aww.
Ha! But who knows? We're all just...
All right. Well, thanks for the info, Oscar.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
Asphand was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who can—
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon. Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, at that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. Oh, Archon Seeker, do you now understand? Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go.
Yeah, thanks for the story! Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way. It seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali—
Of course. So did— I'm terribly sorry, but it's—
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord— Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Dunyarzad, we thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you.
Really? Thank you so much. Uh-oh, looks like there are some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what do we—
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to— Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait! Stand down, Dia!
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't—
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me, and knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you...
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. And I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or... And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia... Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done because she saved me. The love I have for... This is my life and my last chance.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now?
Yes, I'm sure. At least...
Fine. I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was... Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's...
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached...
I'm fine, really.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're all...
I'm sorry for worrying you two. You don't...
Sure! After you rest up, we...
Is just tunnel visioning.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family.
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Yeah, we're already super grateful for everything you told us about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
How about our charcoal-baked Agelenach cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. Hey, come on! Paimon has personal preferences. Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro?
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Huh? Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder. That you hate taking medicine every morning. Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go. Huh? But aren't you a child? How then? Can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now. Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Tevat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Tevat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zerus festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zerus festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aww, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zerus festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much Mora prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today, and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Don't forget to wash your hands. Goodness knows where these things have been.
Keep up.
Not my glasses!
Rain outlines your fate.
Mind the side effects.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Surrender!
Nowhere to run! One with the force.
Surrender!
Nowhere to run!
Surrender!
Dragon Shroud!
Nowhere to run!
A well-deserved find.
The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms. Smells like something good is inside. Keep up. Huh.